Hello, my subscribers! I want to talk again about medical doctors' lack of helping me. You know, guys, every muscle in my body is starting to ache. My joints are aching. My neck is getting stiff. I took 2 crappy muscle relaxers. Now, it is like I said, guys, my anger is the fact of their lack of helping me, and that my doctor says it's all mental. Okay, guys, I watched a comedy today. It didn't work at all. Now, it is like I said, when you see your health going worse and worse every day, and you're going, doctors, why don't you help me? You want me to tell you what Dr. Roz could have done? I don't particularly like the muscle relaxer. It's not good for your body. Let me write you a different muscle relaxer. I need something to relax me. I really do. I get headaches quite often. My glasses. I need new prescription glasses. I'm too weak and can't do that. I've got to go tomorrow to do a Subscibe. How I'm going to get there, I don't know. They're going to pick me up. I'm so weak and tired, I may have to crawl on my hands and knees. You know, guys, I can't eat any food at all. And I just can't. You know, I've blown my money with United Healthcare. I've blown it out. I got probably $30 or less left because I needed to get certain things that I need. Now, it comes down to the fact that, as I've said before, you know, my anger towards the medical field in general is their lack of helping senior citizens. And that's the truth. I went over there to Centerrail to see all those old people sitting there with hope that a doctor will help them. Senior citizens, as I've talked about in the United States, are forgotten about. And the United States could care less about the very people that have worked years and years and years paying income taxes and Social Security. You know. And my dismay at the United States turning their back on the senior citizens, I want to ask you why. Why don't you care about us? Let me tell you about the United States. What they care about are those younger people. They're the backbone of America. They're the ones that are out working. Yeah. Paying their taxes. They're looked at as the upcoming generation, while us old folks are just waiting to die. You know, and it is a shame that the United States feels that way about us when our very much president is extremely old. But you see, you've got to understand, when you're sitting on billions of dollars and the greatness of the President Trump, he doesn't see himself as old. He sees himself as the most egotistical God there is. G-O-D. Now, if you don't think he's egotistical, you don't think he's narcissistic, oh yeah, he is. I imagine he looks at himself in the mirror every morning and goes, yeah, I'm a great man. So I want to ask everybody in the YouTube community, why is it that senior citizens now are forgotten about and left to die? You want me to tell you where I get to go when I get old and I can't do anything? I have to go to continuing care, a county-run, I hate to say this, but a county-run nursing home. You know, I hope to die before I do that. But the reason why I make these vlogs is to wake you up to understand that senior citizens, we paid our dues, young people. Now maybe I job hopped, but I paid my damn taxes. Medicaid, it sucks. It does. The United States could care less about us. You know, I see on Veterans Day, I see the old veterans standing out there, and I do. I see the whole, all of them. You know, they fought in wars to keep you free. But yet those old people, nobody gives a flying damn about them. You're a useless old man, American Bob. You're useless. We don't need you anymore. We're young. We're strong. We're the ones that are out working now. We're the new generation. And my whole point is that yes, senior citizens are looked down on in the United States. We're looked at the downtrodden, waiting to die by ourselves. And like I said, when I say I'm all alone, I am all alone. My peer specialist today was supposed to meet up to me to bring me rolls of empty penny wrapper things so I can do some pennies so that I can go put them in the bank. You know, guys, like I said, every day my health gets worse and worse and worse. And I just want to know why doctors treat senior citizens differently than they do talking to a 20 or 30-year-old. You want to know why? Because they're easy to work with. They are. You're 20 years old, you go to the doctor gives you a physical. Now if it's gynecologist, it's female, and regular doctor, he's checking your balls, make sure everything's okay, making sure your prostate's nice and healthy, you know. So they put you through a physical. Insurance companies love you because there's no claims. But you see, when you get old and you're walking towards your death and you're wondering, what do I have to show for it? This is what I have to show for it. You know, and when I make my vlogs, I'm trying to wake up the YouTube community. I'm not going to do this. Come on in and get you a cup of coffee. Would you like cream? I'm not going through that crap. I'm going to tell you the way it really is. How many of you out there have grandfathers and grandmothers? How many of them are in a nursing home now? You know, as I said before, it used to be senior citizens were the pillar stone of a family. They were put up on a pedestal. Talk to Native Americans, they'll tell you that. But it is that senior citizens today are forgotten about. Nobody gives a flying damn about us. Also, doctors don't either. So that's my 2 cents worth of being an old man that can't even get on decent muscle relaxers. And all I ask for is to just subscribe to this old washed up old man. No woman will want me. I have to go on a cam model site to get girls to see me as a man. So I'm going to end this vlog to say, if you're a senior citizen, I'm sorry if you live in the United States because they could care less about you.